Good morning. Happy hump day. Hi. I'm at the park taking a walk. What are you up to this morning? I'm Debbie, by the way. How rude of me to not introduce myself. I am taking a walk with you. Do you walk normally? Hi, your girl Debs. Love it. My closest friends call me Debs, so I love that. We are talking, about the best way to build muscle. Waking up, 5 a.m. Do you use TRX? You into that? Good morning. Hi. It's such a lovely day. It's not raining for once. In North Carolina, it's been like a flood. And I've got bad hair. Thanks for the hearts. So I'm Debbie, mother of 4, crazy person, and I wanted to talk to you today about the best way to build muscle in Hong Kong. Right on. Well, good morning to you. So I would love to hear your suggestions or your ideas about how you think you can build muscle. I'm in a parking lot now. UK, that's where my sister is. Hi. Hi everybody, it's hump day. We're halfway through the week and I want to know if you have ideas the best way to build muscle. So now I'm in a dreary parking lot. This is no longer cute. I'm wearing shoes. Look, can you believe it? Shoes. More protein, smart, weight training and protein. Ding, 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 ding. That is so great. You should only be suggesting one thing. What is the one thing? Lift heavy, eat plenty of protein, lift heavy weights. Look at y'all. Brazil, hola. Wow, you all are amazing. What a great day it is, right? It's a great day for a walk. It's a great day to build muscle. It does depend on the individual. Yeah, everybody's different. We're all really different. We're all really unique. Hi, UK. And yet we fundamentally have a lot in common. Rest your muscles after use. Delaware, I'm in North Carolina in a parking lot. But you lift steaks. That's what I'm talking about. You're hilarious. I lift steaks too. The heavier the steak, the better. You all are so much fun. Look what I'm in front of. I realize it's probably backwards, but can you see that sign? Piggin' Out Barbecue. I love it. Yeah, we definitely want to burn fat and we definitely want to build muscle. And some people have a priority. Some people would rather build muscle than burn fat. Some people are the opposite, and some people would like to do both, which can be a tricky combination. My suggestion, as I should be pigging out. No, I actually ate really clean this morning. Oh, I have a very Southern American accent. Barbecue first, then burn fat, then burn muscle. That sounds like a good plan. I like to lift heavy weights like a lot of you mentioned. Hi, Philadelphia. And I like to eat clean because you can eat trash and still build muscle. It's just, then you're gonna get enormous and you're gonna have this layer of muscle under a layer of fat. I'm making sure I don't get hit by a car since I'm in an intersection. So you wanna make sure that you are eating clean so that that muscle can be just pulled in and tight and not bigger, surrounded by that insulating fat that no one really wants. No one really wants to get fatter. But lifting heavy weights is key. A lot of people think they're lifting heavy weights because they're a little bit nervous. Hi, Savannah. A lot of people think that they're lifting heavy enough weights when actually they could lift a little bit heavier. Now, I'm not talking about jeopardizing your form because you never want to monopolize that, monopolize. You want to have great form, but you want to be so challenged as you are building that muscle. So if you're thin, you're going to make sure you're getting enough nutrients and lifting heavy weights. You may, if you're thinner, have a little bit more flexibility, especially with carbs and fats, but you still want to eat clean. And I recommend doing hybrid compound moves when you're working out to get the most bang for your buck. And I'm sorry I'm shaking so much, but now it's like a pretty park. Okay, isn't that nice? Okay, so by lifting those heavy weights, and that to you may be like on a bar or free weights. I'm not as huge of a fan on machines, but they can get a lot done as well. Yeah, you do want to start slow. You don't want to be day one with workouts and start lifting 30-pound weights. And so to do that, you want to do some compound moves with those challenging weights. And what I mean by challenging is it causes you to get breathless. You're not able to carry on a conversation, and you want to have your muscles burning. That's a good sign. You want the weights to be heavy for you. It may be not heavy to someone else or too heavy for someone else, and you want to get really hot during a workout. And so I like to do those compound moves. Like, for example, I'll do a squat and then a bicep curl and then an overhead shoulder press. So I'm trying to do 3 in 1 instead of, sorry, the donuts have to go. Isn't that the biggest bummer? You can have them sometimes. I mean, life is short. But instead of doing, say, 20 squats, then 20 bicep curls, and then 20 overhead shoulder presses, I would much rather do 20 squat curl presses. Okay? So that's how I'm going to build muscle. The important thing about the food aspect is the hormonal impact that food has. So if a chicken breast has the same number of calories as a donut, then obviously calories are not the whole puzzle. They're part of the story, but not the whole thing, because if a chicken breast and a donut have the same number of calories, I would be living on donuts instead of chicken breasts, right? So we want to think about the hormonal impact that food has. That's what modern science is telling us about nutrition, so we can be lean and trim as we're building that muscle. Budget, one of you just mentioned your budget. I totally understand. The way I look at it is there are ways to eat clean on a budget, and I also think that you're saving money down the road by having less medications in your future. Prescriptions are extremely expensive, so I would rather eat clean foods and avoid the medication altogether, if that makes sense. So I also like to buy meat on sale and the rare chicken donut. I don't want any part of it. I want mine covered with sugary glaze, but I love that. Chicken donuts. That would probably sell. We could make it like a healthy Weight Watchers thing or something crazy. My shoes are, they're Izumi. Let's see if I can show you real close. Oh yeah. They're super lightweight. I love them. They're fabulous. So do you have questions about building muscle? I think a lot of times females tend to shy away from building muscle. Deep fried Snickers, that's what I'm doing next week at the fair. Bacon donuts, I bet those are healthy. I like Nike Frees too, they're really flexible. Just my foot is very particular. What questions do you guys have about building muscle, which is for women? I like functional exercise. We all pick things up and we all put things down. So I want to be able to lift those dead weights and get stronger. Nike Frees are terrible for your feet. Good to know. I don't wear them, so I don't know. You want more muscle, that's good. So you want to make sure you're having lots of protein, lots of vegetables, and go ahead and do quicker workouts so you can work out smarter instead of longer. Yeah, squats for the booty. That's right. And do those compound moves with weights. I love doing body weight as well. I think that's a phenomenal way to do things. I work out, it depends on what your fitness level is. You can work out anywhere from, if you're new, 2 days a week. If you're a little bit more fit, you may want to do 3 or 4 days. If you're just wanting to be extremely active, I still would recommend being careful with doing like every day of the week. Our muscles need that rest to get built. So when we are stressing our bodies by doing exercise, then we need to repair them. We need to give them a break. We need to give them a time off. The treadmill I would not recommend steady state cardio, that moderate intensity, even if you're sweating and your heart is racing, that actually can increase your hunger hormones. You're going to potentially set yourself up to crave those starchy carbs later in the day if you're just jogging on the treadmill. So if you're on a treadmill, I would say walk at a pace of 2.0 to 3.5 for 15 minutes to an hour, or do sprints, which is much faster and extremely intense. So I would do one extreme or the other if you're on the treadmill. Here, by the way, if you're just new, just joining us, here's the lovely view this morning. I'm going right now probably a pace of 2.5 on my walk. Yeah, here we go. Just to restore those muscles that I usually overwork, give them a break, let them recover, and build that muscle while I'm doing nothing. Because when I lift heavy enough weights and do those compound moves, like say a burpee with a push-up with bent over rows, combining lots of moves at once with heavy enough weights, I know I'm gonna get this wonderful oxygen debt, and I'm gonna be burning that fat. I'm gonna be like torching calories long after the workout ends, for up to 48 hours. Like, that's science right there. I love that. I love being able to work out 20 minutes. Burpees are so fun. I love them. My workouts are 20 minutes. That's all. 20 minutes. They're intense. Going back to being breathless. My muscles are burning. I'm extremely hot and the weights are heavy if I'm lifting weights. Sometimes I'm just doing body weight. But 20 minutes is all I need. And I am just done because I've got this anaerobic as well as aerobic response. So what questions do you guys have about building muscle as I'm like out of breath walking in the park? Isn't this so pretty here? Look at that green grass. That makes us glad that we've had the rain, because it makes everything green, and it's almost October. This is the time of year where a lot of people will slack off about building muscle because we're getting into the holiday season, October, November, December. Do not slack off. Keep building that muscle so you look smoking hot in your jeans, right? That's a big part of working out and building that muscle. It's so good for you to burn those calories, to be your healthiest, to look your best, strengthening those bones just by lifting weights. There are so many benefits. It'll put you in a better mood, help combat depression. So it goes beyond the jeans, but the jeans are seriously a nice perk, right? What other questions do you guys have, or comments? Let's share with each other and help each other as I look like I've gotten a perm with this humidity. As I walk around, isn't it so pretty? I'm getting ready to help some girls build muscle at group workouts. I've got a bunch of awesome, strong ladies. You know, I think it depends on your goals as far as losing fat and building muscle. I think you really, if you're lifting weights, you can kind of do two at once. It's a little bit tricky to make both happen at the same time, but I think it does depend on your goals. But I would try to do both. It depends on your workout, how many moves you want to do in 20 minutes. Sometimes I have done as few as 4 moves. And those are compound moves, so they're hybrid moves of more than one. So like a burpee, push-up would count as one move. And I'll do 4 moves. Other times, I'll do 20 different moves, and I'll change it up. And so it really just depends on what is motivating me, what is pushing me and challenging me that particular day. That's a good question. And I do have another Periscope that I did about how to design your own fat burning workout. That is now uploaded to YouTube. So if you go to YouTube and find me, I'm Fit with Deb, you'll find how to design your own workout. And I give some different ideas of how to do that, because I don't base my workouts typically on repetitions, but rather time. So I'll do like that burpee push-up for 30 seconds versus counting how many reps sometimes. You know, I'm pretty, yeah, you can change it up, but really when it gets hard, that's when you should be taking those rests. So let it be hard, get yourself to failure. So you don't always change it up. Keep pushing through and allow that to be painful. And now I just forgot the other question. Man, I was like in the middle of a sentence and I got all ADD. I'm sorry. What was the other question? I know it was about workouts somehow. Oh, now I'm facing the sun. Isn't it glorious? Don't you love it? The hearts mean you love the park. Oh, and back there, there's that Piggin' Out barbecue behind me. Oh, someone talked about Oh, that's good. You're doing lots of weightlifting and cardio. That's a great combo. Oh yeah, protein after workouts. Thank you so much. You know, there's different schools of thought about protein and carbs after workouts. I do want to refuel myself. I know that I'm more able to have some of those complex carbs after a workout. My body's in that like aggressive mode. I am not anal about it. I don't know any other way to say it. I'm not like a freak, like, oh, I better get some of this or that. I think as long as I'm getting the nutrients I need throughout the day, I'm less concerned about the timing. That said, I do, when at all possible, take branched chain amino acids during and after my workout. So that's a powder that I mix with water. And these BCAAs, branched chain amino acids, they help with that muscle repair, getting everything back how it should be, helping that post-workout recovery to happen a little bit faster, as well as helping with cravings and increasing energy. But you just have to make sure you get the right BCAAs. Now I'm in the dark, sorry. That's a good question. But a lot of people, you do need protein to build that muscle. I use the BCAAs that are made by MRM. That's the company MRM, and it's called Reload, and it's watermelon flavored. And so far, it's the cleanest BCAA powder I've been able to find, because most BCAAs are unfortunately sweetened with artificial sweeteners, which is really disappointing. And MRM Reload is sweetened with stevia. Oh, saunas, that sounds luxurious. Yes, MRM, like M as in mom, R as in run, M as in mom. And I get that on Amazon or wherever online. But MRM Reload, it comes in watermelon. It tastes terrible. So I add more water because it's kind of like drinking an aspirin, but it's so good for you. And that again is going to help with my muscle building goals. Other questions? Because I'm getting ready to jump off. I have to go lead a workout and build some muscle for some smoking hot girls here in North Carolina. I'm so glad. You're going to hike? Chicken donut? You are going to be rich. I'm going to totally buy your chicken donuts. I will totally advertise you everywhere. Yes. Yes, MRM. Yes, sorry. I think my Periscope kind of cut out for a second. Yes, MRM Reload in watermelon sweetened with stevia. Really important. And I'm going to head out and look for some chicken donuts. I'm so glad that you all joined me. Make sure you're following me on Facebook at Fit with Deb. Okay, check you later. Bye.